Welcome back. After watching this next adventure, you'll want to grab a rod and tie on a fly. Today, we tour Utah by boat, well, raft to be more accurate. Come along as we fly fish on what locals simply call the Green.
Witness the grandeur of Utah without expending the energy. Travel through some of Utah's most rugged landscape without lifting a foot. Today we float the Green. The Green River is the largest tributary to the Colorado River. Many people say there is more of the Colorado River left in the Green than in the Colorado itself because the Green is relatively wild and undeveloped, with an abundance of productive fish habitat and lots of wilderness-like quality to it. The Green has many personalities along its length, and as its cold waters exit Flaming Gorge Dam, it provides world-famous trout fishing opportunities that people come from all over the world to experience. Today we float and fish sections A and B of the Green with anglers Dan Blackley and Dave Gauthier. Dan's been fishing Utah's rivers and reservoirs since he was a little boy growing up in Salt Lake County. And Dave just bought himself a new 3-seat, 14-foot NRS self-bailing raft with a fishing frame, front and rear casting platforms, and corresponding lean bars. This particular dam is a major component of the Colorado River Storage Project, which stores upper Colorado River Basin water. The Flaming Gorge Dam received its name from a nearby section of canyon, named by John Powell in 1869. It was completed by the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation in 1964. The dam and reservoir have fragmented the upper Green River, blocking fish migration and significantly impacting many native species. Today we explore below the dam, but the reservoir above is also considered some of the best fishing in Utah and Wyoming. Put-in for Section A is just below the dam called Spillway Launch. It gets really busy in the summer, especially on holiday weekends, so patience is a must. Our crew, of course, was anxious to start out, and luckily today, the boat ramp traffic is light. The Utah Department of Wildlife Resources calls this section of the Green arguably one of the best tailwater fisheries in the United States. A tailwater refers to waters located immediately downstream from a hydraulic structure, such as a dam. The fishing started out slowly, more casting than catching. Dan led the effort, but coming up short, soon led Dave to request Dan on the oars. But just before Dan gives up the rod for the oars, he's rewarded and redeemed. Before heading out, Dan received confirmation of his wisdom and experience at the local tackle shop. Blue-winged olives are on the menu today. And as the day is progressing, the real blue-winged olives are becoming more evident on the shimmering surface, providing these anglers more than an ounce of optimism. The blue-winged olive fly is a classic dry fly, and mimics one of the most common types of mayflies. This fly is a fly fishing favorite because they hatch in very large numbers. The blue-winged olive fishing is especially good for these river conditions today. Fast-moving water and many so-called riffles, sediment deposited on the riverbed.
Thank you, Ground. Woo!
Targeted sport fish in these waters include brown trout, cutthroat trout, rainbow trout, and mountain whitefish. Because flows were holding today at about 4,500 CFS, the fishing is good. But soon, because of the heavy snowpack, flows would increase to a heady 6,000 CFS, causing faster drifts and tougher conditions for fishing. Water levels fluctuate daily in the Green River due to controlled discharges at Flaming Gorge Dam. As Dan noted, fishing can initially prove challenging because of sudden flow changes, but the fish only need a few days to get adjusted to strike without pause. Visit the USGS website for information about flow levels, and be sure to visit the Utah Department of Wildlife Resources for information on fishing licenses and regulations on the fishery.
We'll be right back with more Utopia after these messages.